Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the week of April 18th. Now Gemini, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Gemini, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not please do not get scammed, and I will not send you a message anywhere on any platform, not just on YouTube, but any platform. Speaking of which, I do content on my Instagram, so give me a follow there if that is your thing, but see what we have here for you. Also like to say that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right. So we'll put that right there. I think this is looking good to me so far. And then we'll also take 3 Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. All right, Gemini. So we have 2 kings. We have double kings here showing up. And we have 2 fours, double fours showing up here. And so there's something around, there's a quick energy around stability, around structure. And if you feel like you are losing grip of something, the word grip is coming into my mind. If you feel like you're losing a grip on something, this may be a time for you to put some type of healthy habit or solid routine in place so that there are not opportunities lost, or that there are not situations where you're losing a grip on something. I don't know why that's coming in, but some of you that will resonate. This could be in any area of your life at this time. But let's just go ahead and dive in here. So in your overall message, you do have this 8 of Wands, a card that I really love to see in a tarot reading. 8 of Wands is accelerated motion. It's the feeling of getting unstuck. It's the wands shooting in the air, right? Things moving forward in your life. This can talk about not only an acceleration of events happening in your life, but it does signify potentially news coming in, and it would come in quickly, and it would probably come in from a distance. So it would be via phone call, text message, letter, email, through a social media post, whatever the case may be. There's something here coming in from a distance to you as you have this 8 of Wands energy here. And so I definitely really like to see that. It can also refer to long distance travel. I just don't know right away. We always go through and we clarify with more cards. I just don't see a whole lot of travel energy here right now. I feel like there's an acceleration of energy. There's an acceleration of events happening in your life. And I think it's because some of you feel like you're losing a grip or you're losing hold of something. And so let's go ahead and see what was going on here in the past. So you have the 4 of Pentacles and you have the King of Pentacles. So 4 of Pentacles is stability and structure in finances. Could say that finances are stabilizing. Now this happened in the past year. What could also be going on here is some of you on the other end of that may feel like you need to hold on. Take a look. This person's gripping their pentacles. They're holding on tightly to something here. This feels like you may need to hold on to your money before you lose it, and the reality is that is a form of scarcity. That is a form of scarcity mindset. Like this person's, they're concerned about their financial stability, and as a result, they're worried about these pentacles leaving. And what's interesting here is you have it met with the King of Pentacles as well, which is really a card of major success in finances, or major success in career life, or just somebody who's achieved a sort of high, somebody who's sort of climbed the ladder, who's gotten to a high status in whatever it is that they do. And this is the reason they get there, and the reason that they're able to sit on this gold throne is because they have healthy habits, solid routines in their life. They do the same thing over and over again that produces them success. Okay, and so for them it's results, and whatever result has led to whatever habit or routine has led to a successful result, they'll do it over and over and over again. And for some of you here, there's this energy in the past where you felt like you maybe lost something, or you're worried about losing something. And what could be going on here is some of you need to go back to a period of time where things were going right. What was going right for you? If you feel like things are going wrong, it's not immediately clear to me that things are going wrong, because you do have some pretty good cards here. I'm just wondering, do some of you need to look at where things have, how am I supposed to say this? How am I trying to say this? Has there been a time in the past where things were going really well for you, and can you take on that energy once more here in the future? Is kind of what I'm feeling. In the future, you do have the King of Wands and the Four of Cups. So this Four of Cups is somebody who's missing out on an opportunity, or potentially, they haven't lost it yet, but it says be careful that you do not miss out on opportunities, okay? When you get the Four of Cups energy here, they're really thinking about the bad times of the past, or just the past in general. And they're missing out on this opportunity here that is being presented to them by the universe, that is right in front of their face. So be careful that you don't miss out on something. And I think that some of you are recognizing that it's like there's this energy of you losing grip or losing a hold of something. You have the King of Wands, which is really an inspired leader, but also somebody who's potentially entrepreneurial, somebody who owns their own business, somebody who follows their passions and really does what they want to be doing in this lifetime for their career. And, for some of you here, this king energy is very interesting. And by the way, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You can take on any of the qualities of the cards. I don't attach genders to my readings, but, for you, it's like the King of Pentacles, King of Wands is major energy around career finance. And you have it with the Eight of Wands in between. Eight of Wands, things moving forward, things excelling, things propelling forward for you. And so it's just something to consider here, something to consider. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid and see what else we have. Okay, so you have this High Priestess energy. You have this Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So I love that. So you have this King of Wands, Queen of Wands counterpart energy. Definitely a nice sign for you here. And I do have to say there is an energy of swiftness, of quickness, there's a fast energy here because you have this Knight of Swords, which is so fast. The Knight of Swords is an event that happens so fast that you really don't even have time to process it. And it can even feel a little bit chaotic because it can maybe just, you weren't ready for something. You can't really be prepared for the Knight of Swords. It kind of just happens, right? And so the thing is, the Knight of Swords does say take action and seize the days, take advantage of opportunities, go forward with something. You have this High Priestess in the past, intuitively understanding something around your finances, something around stability here, something around you losing hold of something. I would trust your gut. Okay, the High Priestess is the most intuitive card to find in the tarot. It's also somebody who's kind of finding the knowledge that may be hidden in life. And for some of you here, you may have gotten a message through dreams. You may have gotten a message through something else, but there are signs and synchronicities here coming in quickly for you with the High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands showing up. And so this is around career, money situations. And I don't necessarily feel like there's a whole lot of love energy here, even though we do have a counterpart showing up. But in the future, you have a clear opportunity coming in. The question is, will you take it? Because you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning, and it can be a new beginning in money, in finances, in resources, in starting something, in getting started on something, whatever the case may be. Could be a card of profit taking, could be a card of signing off on a new lease or a new contract or new whatever the case may be, maybe taking a new job or a new role or something. But there is a new start here coming forward. But I do wonder if some of you are maybe if there's a situation where you could be missing out on it, Queen of Wands says be confident as you move into this new direction. Let's go and see what Kipper cards we have here for you. Okay, so you have the main male, you have official person, and expectation. Some of you are getting a new work opportunity, okay? Official person is my human resources card, and you have that paired here with the Ace of Pentacles. And remember how I said there is this opportunity, it just may not, it's almost like there's this opportunity coming in here, and it's like, it's not what you're used to. It's not what you're used to. It's not your usual opportunity. And yeah, I do feel like this is on the table for many of you. Like there's maybe quite literally a work opportunity here. Main male expectation. Are you expecting too much of somebody, like in your life, or is somebody placing too high of an expectation on you? There is something around balance, structure, stability here that's very important, where it's like I kept hearing that word losing a grip, or hearing that phrase like losing grip on something. And so I wonder if your expectation is getting in the way, because the reality is you can't, as much as it feels good to do that, you can't control people. Like you have to allow people to do, you have to allow people to live their lives, right? And so I wonder if some of you are realizing that you're losing control of somebody. And yeah, I wonder if some of you are realizing that. Let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. You have the Moon, you have the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is interesting. I will be very interested to see what the last three cards here are in the pyramid. Okay, because you have a lot of movement. With the double knights here, with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, two knights that are very quick, very quick. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups are not as quick as the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, and you have those two cards, okay? Knight of Wands says that you are moving in a new direction, and what's interesting is the Knight is facing this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a card of change. It is a card of change. It's different than the Death energy. The Wheel of Fortune says there's some luck involved here. There's a little bit of luck in the expansion that's coming into your life, but it is a change. And what's interesting here is the Wheel of Fortune says that you have to take advantage of the wheel. The wheel has spun in your direction, so will you take advantage of the change that has come in for you? And remember, you have because here's the thing about the wheel keeps spinning, okay? And so you never know when the conditions that you have now will be as favorable as they are now in the future. And so you have this Four of Cups here, of you missing out, potentially. I'm not saying you are, but there's the possibility of you missing out. You have this Wheel of Fortune here, conditions are favorable. You have the Knight of Swords, take action, and now you have this movement here with the Knight of Wands. Some of you, this may be around a literal relocation, but I don't know that it is. We do have two cards, major cards of travel, with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands lining up, but for some reason this feels more about career and finance for you. The Moon says this is stacking on this idea of, with the High Priestess and the Moon, around your intuitive understanding or intuitive knowing of something about stability, of something about you losing a grip on something. You have the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, the reality is that some of you are conflicted here. Some of you are conflicted at this time with the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, you know there's change coming, and you know you need to act on something. But in that change, in knowing that there is change, you're also recognizing that if you take a step in this new direction, it also means that you're losing out on what you used to do or what you used to have. And so I would say with the here's the thing about the Four of Pentacles. The reason it comes before the Five of Pentacles is if this person does not tame their fear of losing, it spills into loss, into the Five of Pentacles. Okay? And so are you fearing loss? Are you making something out to be a loss when it actually is a new opportunity or a new beginning? is my question to you, because you have major luck here in the future. You do have an opportunity here. You do have it coming in quick. So let's see what's at the top of the pyramid. Knight of Cups, a third night. A third night. Well, the reality is that there are huge events happening for Geminis right now, with 3 nights coming in. And obviously this new event that's coming in has the ability to make you extremely happy. I wasn't getting a whole lot of love energy. I don't think most of you are here for love in this reading, if you've clicked on this reading. And I do think that there's just some type of event happening here that has the ability to change your happiness around, like make you happier in your life in some ways. The question is, will you take advantage? Yeah, because right now you're a little stuck in something around losing hold of something. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you in the next reading.